From Inc.com, this is the Inc. Productivity Tip. Expert opinions, valuable insight, and helpful advice from today's top business coaches, thought leaders, and entrepreneurs. Microsoft and LinkedIn just analyzed the future of work and AI, and it all points to one key skill set. Possibly a bit surprising that, according to the analysis, the future belongs to leaders who stay human. This expert opinion was written by Ash Kumra. Algorithms can now write code, draft legal contracts, and generate entire marketing campaigns in seconds. As artificial intelligence automates increasingly complex work, it's easy to assume technical expertise will become the defining trait of great leadership. The evidence, however, points in the opposite direction. Recent data from Microsoft and LinkedIn reveals a fascinating reality. While AI is automating execution, leaders are aggressively prioritizing soft skills like emotional intelligence. As tools become more artificial, humans crave the authentic. The ultimate competitive mode is no longer technical execution. It is the ability to forge genuine human connection. If you are a founder or an executive, community building fueled by high emotional intelligence is the single most important leadership skill you must master. Now, for starters, there is the isolation crisis. A massive psychological shift in the workplace is happening. Gallup research confirms that employee stress remains at record highs, and loneliness is a massive factor. When you introduce generative models into your daily operations, your team members spend more time prompting machines and less time talking to each other. This creates a vacuum of trust. Humans are biologically wired for social connection. When people feel isolated, their brains enter a state of chronic stress. You can deploy the most advanced foundational models in the world, but if your team feels disconnected, your output will plummet. The smartest leaders recognize that their job is not to manage workflows. Their job is to manage energy and connection. Then there's the empathy premium. When technical output becomes a commodity, what becomes scarce? Well, the answer is human resonance. The American Psychological Association recently found that workers who are worried about artificial intelligence are significantly more likely to feel tense, stressed, and isolated. A machine can generate a flawless and sterile piece of text. A human brings vulnerability, shared struggle, and nuanced understanding. In a market flooded with synthetic perfection, people will pay a premium for authentic imperfection. Now, the same principle applies to your internal culture. Your team does not want a flawless manager who acts like an algorithm. They want a leader who understands their anxieties about the future of work. They want someone who can build a safe environment where it is acceptable to experiment, fail, and learn together. Empathy is the engine of psychological safety, and psychological safety is the engine of true innovation. So, how do you operationalize emotional intelligence and community building inside your company? Well, it requires a deliberate approach to how you structure your daily operations. Optimize for unstructured connection. Don't just schedule meetings for status updates. A machine can read a status update. Create intentional spaces where your team can connect over shared interests, challenges, and ideas without a rigid agenda. Reward vulnerability over perfection. If you want your team to trust you, well, you must go first. Share your challenges and uncertainties about navigating this new tech landscape. When leaders admit they do not have all the answers, well, it gives the team permission to be honest and collaborative. Elevate human milestones. Algorithms do not care about birthdays or work anniversaries or personal triumphs. You must. Celebrate the unique human moments that machines cannot replicate. The future of leadership is not about competing with algorithms. It is about doubling down on the things algorithms cannot do. Step away from the dashboard, look your team in the eye, and start building a culture rooted in genuine connection. That's all for today. This expert opinion was written by Ash Kumra. For more expert opinions from today's top business coaches and thought leaders, go to Inc.com/lead. Be sure to come back Thursday for another helpful tip from Inc.